Did you know that ClassPad.net could do animated GIF files? I did not. I saw that it could do it on a public part of the website. Somebody had done it, so that gave me all sorts of ideas and thought this is probably a good opportunity to create a video to show you how it's done. If you Google any kind of movie file to PNG, it will convert. So there's lots of places you can convert your animations or your movie files over to PNG files. And those animated PNG files, as long as they're under 5 megabytes, you'll be able to use them in ClassPad. And I'm importing it just the way I would import a regular picture. So the same way you would add, like, say, a JPEG file or anything like that. It does not handle GIF or GIF files. So the only one you can do it with is animated PNG files. So what I have to do here is I've added the information to it. Now I'm going to create a table, and the table is going to have 3 columns. First one is going to be just positions. Next one is going to be your X's. So this is going to be the same 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And finally, the last one's going to be your Y's. So what I'm doing is position. This is your X value, your X coordinate. This is your Y coordinate. So now I'm going to select my X and Y coordinates because I'm going to move those around. I'm creating a scatter plot in the graph. Alright, so let me shrink that. I'll pull these two together. So I've actually got one too many. I will get rid of one of them. Now I'm just going to put the dots on the positions on the clock here, which I don't really need the animation, but the animation really comes in handy to be able to look and ask some questions about what's happening, what's going on when I do this. I'm going to click out and close out all these X's and Y's because I have them on the table, so I don't really need to have them showing. So now the question becomes is what shape curve do I get when I look at something different like the position, the time versus X, or the time versus Y. You could also do the same thing. Starting to look like it's a sinusoidal curve. So since it looks sinusoidal, why don't we go ahead and fit a sinusoidal wave to it. So we'll go back. Instead of graph, this time we're going to do a regression. And we got lots of choices for regressions like always. Sinusoidal regression here. There's my sinusoid. Now all the parts of my sinusoid are connected to what's happening on the clock. So my A, my amplitude, should tell me how high up the clock is reaching. So what's the height, the maximum height? The B is part of the phase shift, so is the C. And then finally you have D, and the D is your horizontal shift, or your horizontal shift. C is part of your vertical shift. So there's one way to use some animations to get information to be able to use with ClassPad.net to be able to ask questions, and even better to answer some of those questions. So instead of just posing the same old question, this time let the animation do a lot of the asking on its own.